Okay, testing mic, testing mic. I think we're good there. Okay. What's this? A camera? What's this? A stranger? Normally, I'm a hat and sunglasses kind of guy, but I broke my sunglasses, and this was really the only other option I had in here to kind of cover my face. I don't own a balaclava, so this goofy, what do we call this? Venetian mask or a masquerade mask? That's all we got. This may have been on stream in the past. I don't know about the whole outfit, but I uh I made this for I guess a masked dance thing I was invited to a while ago. And I figured, oh well, if I make it a mask, might as well make it something I can wear on stream. And it's supposed to look vaguely like a sloth, but nah. Who knows whether or not we kind of hit that mark. All that being said, it's Minecraft again, and it has been a minute. I think I'm 2 weeks behind on this series, but we're finally back with episode number 5. Might take me a moment to get all sorted here because it has been a fair bit. Let's see, this should be our Java edition. And we'll check to make sure that the sound levels are about proper on all this too. I won't lie to you, I don't love this look, especially for something that's just playing video games, but I've got it and I better use it. I don't know if you heard that, but there's fireworks going off. We are quickly approaching the 4th of July. Looks like we're getting audio from the game. That's good, that's good. And I suppose we join our world and get things moving again. Now let me see. Perfect. There we go. So I'm still here up in the corner, looking fancier than I should, but I suppose let's see what time it is out here. Oh, we got plenty of daylight. Ranger Station Sequoia, that's right. I think I had just moved away from this and I was working my way over towards this hill. Got a little cliffside there. It could use some work still, but it's passable. Yellow River Village. King's Grace ends here. So while I wasn't playing for 2 weeks, it's not as though I forgot about this series. I've been doing some thinking. Primarily about how far away I want to space different, I guess, kingdoms. Cities, villages, what have you. And I think villages should be about half a day within each other of walking. And I feel that cities should be about, I don't know, about 2 days away. That's a significant distance in this game, especially once we got horses. So it might be that's more like 1 days of travel away. I want it to feel somewhat realistic, but that remains to be seen, I suppose. But for now, what we're gonna need is our handy dandy. Oh, hang on, we got 2 pickaxes. We're probably gonna want some shovel action going on if we're clearing out a hill. It is good to be back, though. It has been a minute. I forgot about this. I need to experiment with these. What do we call these? I don't want to break them, but these little dead leaves things. You can make some really kind of intricate pathways. because it seems like there's at least some predictability to how you can place them. Okay. Let's make sure this doesn't get too wild here. Not going to be complaining about having some more vines on hand because those will surely come in handy later. Right now, that's our only way of getting this kind of mossy stone that we used on our roof. And I anticipate we'll be needing quite a bit more of that. I forgot about these deaths, or death wall. We still need to build a graveyard. I suppose when we get this village going, we can start something over there. Let's see. Okay. We are out of iron, which could prove to be a problem here. That's cooked salmon. We can get rid of the old stuff. That means this should be plants. Yep. Okay, so we have no shovel. We do have a lot of dirt. If we have no shovel, I suppose we make a cobblestone one. We're definitely not going to be hurting for that material. Especially as we continue our excavation process here. Yeah, but I don't remember if I fully said it. The plan here is today we're going to be carving our way up this mountain. This little hillside over here. And hopefully building a path that winds up around this way, doubles back, and gets us to the top here. Because that is where we're going to be building, I believe, a fortress. Some kind of military operation tasked with keeping this region safe. We've got our little ranger station here, which is nice. But I don't want this, just little pocket stations, to be the only kind of defense that people would have against would-be attackers like our pillager outpost over that way. King's Grace. I remember writing that, and I think I meant to use it as kind of a general term for which lands are protected by the powers that be. I both love and hate this part of the game, man, where you've got all the options in the world, but that means, on one hand, I can do whatever I want, but on the other hand, I have to figure out what I want to do. And that can be a daunting task at times. At least in my humble opinion. Okay, what if we bring this in a block? We'll take this tree down. Not going to need these here. Or that. And then we're going to raise this, I believe, right up to about here. So this is going to be a very trial and error kind of recording, I believe. I expect anyways. As we slowly just meander up this hill. Where are we going to want it to switch back? I think probably right around here. Oh. Yeah, this definitely seems like a good spot to bring her back hard. We've got too many trees here, though. I think most of these are going to have to go. I'm not sure if I've got... Oh, I definitely don't have the iron in this axe to make it happen, but fortunately we brought a bunch of cobblestone. So we'll make do with that. And broken. You know, I'm realizing now this mask, I think it gives off furry vibes, which was not the intention at all, but because I've broken my sunglasses, I don't really have another option at the moment to cover my face. That is too bad. I'll have to get that thing sorted out soon. Buy another pair of sunglasses. I tried glue, but all that did was glue my eyelashes together. Pro tip. Do not use super glue immediately before applying a freshly glued pair of glasses to your face. There are some sticky issues that come with that territory. Alright, nighttime's pretty much here. I was going to say let's check out our little bench over that way, but we're going to want more berries anyway, so we'll run on home. I've been very fortunate not to have too many deaths to monsters out here in the woods. They seem to spawn later in the evening than I had anticipated. Alright, made it to bed. Perfect. Oh, there they are, the berries. Perfect. We'll call it with 46. That should be plenty enough, right? Yeah, now I can't get this mask thing out of my head. I might actually sit tight a moment, please. I will leave the game running, but I am going to turn webcam off for just a moment. I'll see if I can't makeshift fix this. This set of sunglasses. Do I still have them? I do. One lens, there's the other. Oh boy, is this rough. These have seen better days, that much is for sure. try this again. There we are. Ah, more light. Perfect. Well, now I look goofy in a completely different way, but I don't think I'll be as misconstrued. Necessary? Probably not. Done anyways? Absolutely. So we've got our 2 donkeys there. I'm thinking I might begin trying to breed them together, get some better versions. Faster, better at jumping. I don't know if their health changes though. They might be capped at whatever they start with. 10, 8, 12, something like that. Okay. Tree, you gotta go. Sorry to do it to you, but you're in the way of progress. Things definitely get a little steeper up here, meaning we're probably gonna have to chop off a few blocks, smooth things out. Don't know for certainly yet, but we'll play by ear. Where was I working? Right up this way. We've got 2 more spruce trees that gotta come down. 1 and this right here makes 2. Fantastic. And then from here, we'll just kind of keep moving up this way. And I guess when we reach here, we'll reconsider what needs done. This should all decay, well, most of it. Now it should all decay. And I think I'm going to want to chop down part of this hill here in order to make things a little easier on myself later. How much of it am I taking down? Great question. Thanks for asking. I think we'll stop there because I really don't know. That's where we ended our path. Didn't mean to pick those up with this, but oh well. Some leaves never hurt anybody. I say that, but I guess there probably is a case out there where leaves did some damage. If you or a loved one has been impacted by leaves, you have my sincere condolences. Also, I'd love to hear your story because it is either hilarious or really, really messed up. Yeah, this is steeper than I would like it to be. I'll start trying to go 2 or 3 blocks before the increase in height and just bring it in a little closer to this hillside here. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. That means next step up. Can't have you there. That'll do. This tree's a little too close, so it also has to go. Where'd you come from? Alright. Well, I wasn't anticipating you. Okay, let's see. Got a little more cleared here. Let's keep climbing every mountain. I think we start pulling this down a little bit here. Give ourselves a little more of a window to work with. Can we swing this around to rotate it without it looking goofy? Stone tools. How weak but necessary you are. It's kind of crazy I'm low on iron. I don't want to build an iron farm, but I also have not had great success in the mines as of late. Is it really almost nighttime again? That did not take long. The tree that's got to go. I've said it before, I'll say it again. At some point I'd like to build a custom kind of forest around here, or at least slip some custom trees in, but that's going to have to wait till I've got more time. Especially if I'm streaming once a week on this thing. I'll be lucky to even finish this rudimentary path up the hill tonight. I definitely want to change this out to stone or cobblestone, I think, for the path, but I can't afford that right now. That'll have to wait until we start an extended mining trip. Either to build out like a Dwarven fort, or strip mining maybe. I don't really feel like I need to do that based on the size of the cavern we got that way, but we'll have to wait and see. Man, every single time I go that way, bed's always up here, and I always look for the ladder in the wrong spot. One of these days I will get it. I don't know how long stream's going to be tonight. Thinking 2.5, 3 hours at a guess from when we started, which was about 25 minutes ago. I've been pulling a lot of extra shifts, which is one factor of why I haven't really streamed much lately. I'd say one factor because part of it is also just me being lazy. Kind of dropping the ball, but life has been busy in a way I do not appreciate as of late. I like this little bridge. Not sure if I said it before, but I'm happy with how it looks. This could use some work, but it's not the worst thing in the world. These trees are too close, but that's not my concern right now. That is a tall tree. I'm not sure if I ever really thought about that. I don't know if we want to fill this in or leave it as is. Maybe build something around it, but I don't know what. Open lava pit doesn't make a whole lot of sense in kind of the setting here, I don't think. We have to take more down here. try this. And maybe another layer there. I still want this to feel organic, the shape of this hill, but I can't have it as steep as it was. It's just not going to work for the path I have in mind. I want this thing to feel walkable, not like you're hiking right up a set of stairs. Which requires kind of a shallow incline. It's not bad, but that's still too low. Meaning I'll have to swing it wider, which is fine. I can build out the path if I need to. How's this feel? That's going to be too steep, I think, right here. And brought another shovel. How quickly they go. So this path is alright. Like I said before, it's going to need a lot of kind of TLC, but I'm not sure if I want to devote that kind of energy there right now. I want to do something a little more creative. Question is, what is that going to look like? That might mean a little more work over here by the homestead. Our little ranger station. I could build a well. Although, we got plenty of water right here. I'm not sure if that's necessary. Got our little farming setup. We've got a little pen with some animals in it. We've got our basement. Maybe we're alright here, actually. We've got our dock with our little boat. I'll tell you what. Right now we're actually going to head to the right. Take a peek over at our plains biome we reached out towards, where we got that pillager outpost. And we'll see what we think about maybe doing some work over here later. Right now we're kind of in that planning stage, and I don't want to keep building a path out that way, so... Wow, that is a fat rabbit. Still need to fix this. In fact, while I'm here, let's just do that right now. No need for any of this because it is not part of the path. And I don't think I want to build anything in here. If I do, oh well, I'll have to backtrack later. I believe we're pretty close to our bench though. Our little short-term spawn point. There she is. Got a fence for our horses as well. fact, maybe I should have rode one of them. Or donkeys. Little beehive, which is no longer producing honey. Too bad. Chicken. Let's see if we can't get higher to take a peek at what's around. Yep, there's our pillager outpost. The roof has been taken off, making it a little harder to spot. Eventually, I might try to figure out how to make a farm out of that. I know pillagers can drop some decent stuff. I believe, anyways. I thought so. I could be wrong there. That's a mine shaft down that way. We got our donkeys over that way. And we're now getting away from the path. Let's make sure we get back. Don't lose this place. I like this path much more than the other. Or one going up the hill. We'll have to address that later, though. It's at least giving us a way to get up there. We might actually... Now, there's an idea. We could start just building out our foundation for whatever fort we're going to build up top. We can make it out of dirt blocks, just a kind of framework, so we can see what it looks like from down here. I like that idea. We are going to have a bed up there. That'll be kind of a permanent housing kind of facility. And that won't break our kind of rules that we have here. What are the rules, you ask? I would tell you, but I am kind of forgetting them right now. I'll make sure I have those ready next time, but... I've got several rules in place for this world. I can't build off of this beaten path we're carving. I can't go explore off of the beaten path we're carving. There's exceptions, but they're laid out in terms of how far I can go beyond just even scout. But it's mostly so I don't expand in this world like crazy, just find places I need. I want this to feel lived in, to be a full-on, like, world, I guess. And that sounds like a tall task. It definitely is. We'll see if I'm up to it. But because that is going to be a permanent situation, we've got a path heading up there. That grants us the right to place a bed down there. So I guess we'll go prep one of those. It's not really going to be inside of anything right now, but it'll at least be prepared for later. Do we have more chests in here? No? Well, we got plenty of wood. We can make more when we're up there. Okay, so... That's right, we're building it out of dirt. Wow, this grew back quick. Holy guacamole. Okay, before we get out of here, do we have any wool? No. That's too bad. We need... Oh, but I do have sheep. Actually, we do have wool. It's in here. Take 3 of those. We got plenty of wood. Let's get some sleep before the monsters come out. Oh. Oh. I've locked myself out. There we are. Nighttime she calleth. And morning is just around the corner. Alright, here we go. Back up, topside. I'm thinking for colors, if we can get a bunch of diorite, that could be a pretty cool block to build with. That and just different versions of stone between cobblestone, stone bricks maybe. Maybe some deep slate. I'm still trying to figure out the best way to blend all the new stone types because there's a lot more than I'm used to. Deep Slate I'm aware of, I've actually built with it, but there's stuff in the Nether as well, though that's going to be out of our reach for a while here still, I'd imagine. Well, we're not to the top yet, so let's finish this path up, I guess. Just the rudimentary version of it. More birch to be removed. I don't know if I can really use much birch in this project. I would like to use this block, but it's too spicy. There's too many variations in color here. I think. But I also don't think the yellow of the inside of the wood is going to work very well for us. Maybe in the interior some. We'll definitely try to implement some birch. I mean, we're in the biome for it for sure. I just don't know to what degree yet. I wonder if this game... I remember it had all sorts of stats. I don't remember if it keeps track of how many types of each tool you've used, you've broken, all that. That'd be kind of interesting to look at, though, if we could get that info. So I guess the question now is, do we go this way or do we go straight up here? I'm thinking up this way. Mostly for the sake of... my shovels. Only got so many of them. Right? Alright, the top of the hill. Here at last. Which means we can finally put down I suppose make first. A bed. A chest. Actually, 2 of those bad boys. A crafting table. Alright, look at that. Storage. Incredible. You'll love to see it. Sweet, sweet progress. So next question, I guess, is we gotta climb back down this hill. We got this cooked salmon. Let's have a bite of that. Get off of this berry diet for a moment. I'm sure it's wreaking havoc on our digestive system. Okay, descend the mountain. I'm calling it a mountain, but I guess it's just a large hill, right? A real mountain's gotta have some peaks. And I don't think I want to build those here. If this series goes on long enough, I might try getting into some terraforming on that scale, but not right now. Alright, so first point of order, I can't tell where our way up even is. And that seems relevant to me. Okay, well let's get back to our viewing point over here. So we can try and determine what a good spot for this fortress is. At least as far as the edges goes. From our bridge and our home. So like right here-ish. This whole stretch here is pretty nice. I might try to bunch it mostly in this kind of section of hill that juts out of here. Got jump scared by that bush. That is not the sound I was expecting to hear. Okay. Now, I guess we climb again and see if we can't figure out where we were looking just a moment ago. I'm thinking it's that there. Which does mean we're gonna have to clear out a bunch more birch. That's alright. Yep, so there's our little guy there. Let's clear space. Just gonna be taking down pretty much every birch tree right here, up on this mountaintop. I love this game. I love how relaxing it gets, but I don't know if it's good for stream. I definitely get kind of caught up in my own head, just relaxing, enjoying the time. Which is great, but I don't think it makes for an entertaining live feed. But I don't know. That's what this whole thing's about, right? Testing stuff out, seeing what works and what doesn't. Well, that can't be there. That'd just be horrible to wake up, lean a little too far off, and bam, head in the bush. I knew that was coming. Can't surprise me. Ah, cobblestone. I think we left it in our chest. Sure did. Got our sticks though. So we're to say these trees right here are going to be our border of at least cleared out woodland here. We'll just bring it back a ways, give ourselves some space to work with, and start boxing in the shape of a fortress maybe? I don't know, this is all uncharted territory for me. Normally I'm not considering things from points of view so far away. I just want it to look good in person, up close personal, but we're going to want this to look good from on top of the hill, from down underneath it, and also from over here in this big old kind of pit. Because I think we're going to build our village inside of there. And if we want to, we can add a couple more like towers or little guard stations. That's another question I suppose we're asking. Do we build a village down here, or do we build a city over that way? Because I want the feeling of space between civilizations here. But I also recognize you're not going to have some huge kind of fortress guarding just an outpost village. Unless it's a military choke point, I guess, with these pillagers off that way. I don't know. Guess we'll have to keep thinking about that one. We're definitely not at the point where we've made a decision one way or another, but part of that might impact how big we build this whole fort. And there are a lot more trees here than I was thinking there were. Try to make sure that we're very separated when they kind of decay here. That'll stay. We'll break this down. I can tell you already this guy will get in the way a little bit. Hey, Shawshank, welcome back to the chat. It has been a while, huh? How are you doing, man? It's been at least a couple weeks, maybe 3 now. I couldn't tell you for sure. Yeah, I missed a week, maybe 2, I don't remember. It's been long enough to forget, but I'm trying to get back into the swing of things here. You're doing great? Awesome. Glad to hear that, man. I'm doing pretty well myself. Been busy. That's one factor of why I haven't been streaming as much lately. I've also just been dropping the ball, but yeah, lots of work has been coming in, which means I've been pretty busy. It's nice because you know, got to pay the bills, but it also means I have not had as much free time, but lots of work is better than no work, that's for sure. Wish I could say we're doing some more exciting stuff on stream tonight, but it's pretty straightforward. We're just clearing space out here on this hill to build our next little, I guess, stop along the way in this world. The plan is to have a big old kind of fortress protecting a city or town back that way. It's going to be our first, I think, bigger project here on this world. And I may have bitten off more than I can chew, but I guess that remains to be seen. I will tell you something, though. For too much longer, we're going to have to go find a cave to go check out. Stone tools are great. Iron tools are much better. I've still got a lot of cave over that way to explore, but we might find something a little more localized here. Build a dedicated mine. Yeah, the Minecraft world, I mean, again, haven't been streaming a ton, so not a lot has changed, really. It's been gradual, but we're trying to move on past our little ranger outpost we have down that way. We'll probably head back there and take another peek here in a minute. I don't know if anything's changed since you last saw it, but I'm sure we'll kind of come and go there as time goes on, but our little starter home is being left behind. I am excited for what that means coming up, though. First houses are great, but usually they're pretty small in scale, and you don't get to play around with too much in terms of size, shape, at least not if you're looking for a practical home as well. But here we get to test some more stuff out. Although it is unfortunately going to be out of dirt, just due to resource constrictions right now. One thing I didn't consider is I might be doing a fair bit of dyeing, just trying to lay out our grid work here. We'll see how well we can handle our landings here, I guess. But let's grab a few stacks of dirt. More than a few, I guess. And we'll just start placing some blocks. See what we think. So that's going to be one viewpoint, a major one. And we want this to look nice from down there. So it's going to have to be pretty tall, and it's going to have to be pretty close to the cliff, otherwise you're not going to see it. So we might start things right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 blocks tall. We'll see what that looks like in a minute. And then we begin our slow and safe descent down this dirt pillar we've built. We've got enough sticks, we can make a few ladders to help ourselves out here. Oh, no worries, man. If you got something urgent, go ahead and take care of whatever you need to. I appreciate you stopping by, though. It's good to see you when I do. I'll catch you next time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gotta work in odd numbers here, otherwise it just isn't gonna play out very nicely later. How far is space between here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, what about something like that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. This should be at the same height as the other one, and now we'll walk it back and find out. Aha, perfect. Next question is, can we make it down here before the monsters show up and shoot us off? Sure hope so. Yikes. I'm not good at this. There we go. Alright, to bed. Quickly. Alright, sheep, protect me while I sleep. Okay. We made it. We survived. We got a zombie on fire walking our way, but looks like he's not too aware of us. Oh, hey there, creeper. You know, maybe I'm not going to fight you right now. Psych! Oh, boy! Just kidding. I wouldn't call that a victory, but it was a fight. Well, the good news is, if there's one thing we're not hurting for right now, it is dirt. We'll fill that hole in quickly here. And look at that, we got some free landscaping done. No digging necessary on my part, though our contractor did go a little crazier than I'd hoped. I think that's definitely going to have to go higher. I don't know how high we're thinking, but I can already tell just from looking at the frame of this thing, it is not going to be the imposing shape I'm looking for here. $31 sticks, that'll make a decent amount of ladders, I hope. 12, not as many as I'd hoped, but oh well. It's not horrible. Okay, well, that means we're gonna have to take this back down. I believe this was 15 high we went, if I'm not mistaken. So now we gotta go another, maybe another 15, we'll call it 30. That's pretty high. Might be what we need though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Do I have a water bucket? No, but I do have a bucket. That's not going to be good enough. Let's see if we can make this work. Nailed it. Okay. Well, we might not have enough sticks on hand, but we've definitely got a lot of birch we can work with. Make plenty of more ladders for ourselves. Okay, something like so. Now we're back in business, baby. We'll make it easy on ourselves and just set our stack to 15. Okay, this is now much taller than it was. Still landed on our little escape path there. What do we think of this shape now? Is that going to be tall enough for us? 30 blocks high? Certainly tall. Oh. It seems that my camera disconnected. Are we back? We're back. That was odd. Yeah, I hear ya. Apple iPhone's in. Yeah, we're heading back to the shack, I guess, to take a peek at how tall this dirt looks from down below. $30 is kind of tall. It's pretty monstrous, but it might be what we're looking for here. Oh, wow, there's the rain. And I think the blocks are 15 apart. There's 7 and 7 with one in the middle. Yeah, okay. So 15 by 30 is about twice as tall as it is wide. It's actually a pretty good shape from here. We might stick with that, actually. I'm going to see if I can't sleep through this storm right now. I'm not sure if it's full-on storming or just kind of storming, but... Nope. Not a thunderstorm. I guess that makes sense with the lack of thunder, but... We're going to keep going there. We're going to want to continue building that. I don't know if we want to make it a square. I think probably not, actually. That's 15 wide. We'll try to make it 9 wide. See how that shapes itself out. And then I guess once we get that built, we'll have to start just powering through resource collecting. And when I say built, I mean framed. It won't actually be built until we've got the blocks in place. Is that lightning I saw? Or are you just happy to see me? Ah, better put that bed back before I forget about it. Rain, rain, go away. Thank you very much. Okay, so let's take a look at this. We've got dirt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Perfect. We'll just run back this way along this line. Measure up here. How's that look for size? Maybe a little too narrow. Yeah, I think so. Is that better? A little bit. So it's going to be 11 by 15 by... Okay. 11 by 15 by 30 is the current dimensions I believe we have here. We're going to see, because this should be 29. Until we're dead even. Looks right to me. I guess let's begin connecting. It's quite the large box we're building here. Guess the next question is, do we want this to be like a ruined looking building or fully intact? I'm also going to chop this ladder down. That way we can reapply it to the other side better. So we build this ruin, we're going to want to use some mossy blocks in there for sure. We're also going to want to tear down the corners of it, make things look like they've collapsed a bit, probably. But that also implies that this place is no longer an active military outpost, which is fine. But it also, I would imagine, would trickle down into an abandoned kingdom or something from the past. Something no longer as safe as they would like to claim. All right, now we got our ladder. It's a big box for sure. And it's only the start. We're going to want to build some other outbuildings off of this probably. I'm not sure if we want to do a full-on kind of wall setup or what, but I think at least a couple towers off the side could be nice. Hey, welcome to the stream, Game Trio. How you doing, man? As you can tell, we're working out a little dirt square right here before I get the resources to actually fill in the gaps. Trying to build a fortress up here. Whether or not it turns out, I don't know yet. Fortunately, it's just dirt, so it should break pretty quickly. I think I want something with a sloped roof going this way. Maybe a tower off that way. I don't want this thing to be perfectly symmetrical. That much I do know. Okay, what if I go roof that way, build this thing out further, tower over this way? That might be a better bet, actually. Okay, well, if we're doing that, where do we want this roof line to start? Do we want it halfway up, or is that too high? That might be about what we're looking for, actually. Yeah, let's give that a shot. Something like there-ish. Bam. Does that look right? Or is that too tall? That seems too tall. No, actually, that's not so bad. I think we'll stick with that. What is going to be an issue is... There we go. Building downwards. What do we think of a 2-block slope? Or 3-block, I guess would be. Actually, I don't know if 3 even works. We'll go 4-block. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, down 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we have to go down again, which is going to be a problem here. Alright. It's fine, we eat those hits. We got cooked salmon to fix our problems. The world is my oyster with this salmon in hand. Okay, then down again. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now we're getting somewhere. How far out do we go with this building? Further than that, that's for sure. Okay, that's fine. We keep that going. We're getting into the rhythm of things. Getting into the rhyme. Come on, boys. It's something time. I don't think bobsledding really applies here. Alright, up into the next tree. And from here, we've got to go out to catch our little pocket here. Well, that was not the intention. I was talking a big game about this salmon, but we're almost out. Berries are not going to heal us the same. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, down. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's almost nighttime. We'll see how far out that goes. That's pretty far. I think we'll leave that there, actually. We can bring it back in if we need to. What we need is our bed. Okay, so we'll match that on the other side. We will... We'll at least start with that, and then we might work out shape for a tower on the other. Be gone, dirt. You were not wanted here. Should be pretty easy peasy here. A little bit lickety splickety. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. One, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4. Man, I'm pretty much the count from Sesame Street right now. It's not the most exciting work happening here, but it is necessary. Okay, with that in mind, this tree's got to come down. Everything over in here has to come down. This is good info we're getting. Is it a ravine I see just up ahead of me? Well, it's certainly a drop. I don't know if it goes anywhere. We might take a peek sometime later. I don't know about right now, though. How long have we been streaming? A little over an hour? Like still works, right? Yeah, just making sure. Perfect. This tree's got to go. That tree's got to go. And I think we might have all of those chopped out. Now we're going to need this guy out too. But then we're good. Okay, so we got that there. Over here we want a tower. And my camera has died again. What are you doing? We back? We're back. Don't mind the... What's the word I'm looking for? Artifacting. Should be... Let's see. Yep. We're live. At least on my screen it seems that way. I'm not sure why that's happening so much right now. It's a little frustrating. I might try to sort that out after stream. Not tonight, but some other time. I would love to just stream for a good chunk of time here, but I've got a double shift coming up tomorrow. Meaning I've got to be out the door in less time than I would like. Four, 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 four. 44444. Sounds like a Halo Elite, I guess. You know, maybe we should bring this in a block instead of having it squarely the same size. We could do that later, though. That's not a priority at the moment. And we said we wanted a tower. I don't know what that's going to look like. Are we thinking circular, square? So far, this thing's pretty square. You also better head down and take a peek. Make sure everything's looking on the up and up. Yeah, that could be shorter. It can be smaller. Huh. It's actually quite a bit larger than I think it needs to be from down here. Like the roof might need to be lower as well. We might have to rebuild this whole thing. Hmm. Is that a bat? Huh. Well, I've got all sorts of things trying to get in my house now. Not the house here, the house in real life. We've got birds, bats, bugs. I guess anything that starts with a B. I'll have to take care of those some other time, but... Oh, man. It has not been as long of a stream as I'd hoped to make it. We're not even at an hour and a half yet. But I'm tired. I got work early tomorrow. I might have to wrap things up early tonight. We at least got something live streaming here. We got our camera kind of working. These sunglasses still really need work. I'm telling you, like, I think it's this one. Which one? Right here. Look at this. Maybe not. Trying to get the lens out. There we go. Look at that. Eye reveal. You got one of them. Yeah, I can't get that to stay now, but either way. All that being said, this, yikes, is going to have to come later. Man, looking through half of a sunglass is not a good call. It's almost like wearing those early 3D glasses with the red and the blue cellophane or whatever it is. Yeah, we'll come back to this. We'll work this out some more. We've got at least something started up there. It's not very far. I understand that. But hey, we got a stream going. That's a good start for me. We are going to have to call things here for the night, though, just because, like I said, I got work tomorrow, and that's what pays the bills, not this. If you checked us out, though, thanks for doing so. I appreciate it. I aim to post at least one of these a week. Beyond that, I'm still trying to sort out what to do with my other kind of content I make, but I'll figure that out some other time. Again, thanks for watching. Appreciate you. Have a good one. Actually, wait. I think last time I had to stop stream weird or something. Okay, sorry.